Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this special edition of MotorMaster Monday, live from Phoenix Raceway on NASCAR Heat 5. It is round 36 of 36. It is the championship race here today at Phoenix International Raceway. 18 drivers are set to take the green flag for a 100-lap event here at Phoenix, and I'm very excited to bring you some pre-race interviews, some short ones with the final four drivers themselves, and that includes the driver of the number 10 car, Flash 9, Matt Smith, driving for Bruv Motorsports. Matt, you got 10 wins this season, regular season champion. Arguably, you're the favorite to win this championship coming into today. How's the car feeling, and what do you think it's going to take to pull off the win and get the championship here today?
Phoenix has been a good track for me. Just got to hit the adjustments right, drive like hell, and just try to stay out front and get the win.
You won the race earlier this season at Phoenix here in the NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series. Did you learn anything from that race that you maybe can carry over into this race tonight?
Not really. Kind of gives you confidence that, you can drive it the same way you did before, but there's three other motivated guys trying to get this championship, and the rest of the field as well, so kind of adds a little motivation on their part to get the win. So we'll have to drive really hard, and hopefully it spreads out and we'll be in contention.
Good luck to you tonight for the championship.
Alright, thank you, and good luck to the other three.
And that was Matt Smith, Flash 9, driver of the number 10 Chevy Camaro for Bruv Motorsports, and heading into this championship race with a big opportunity here. A lot of legendary drivers have won this championship, and now we're going to throw it over to Jordan Dorosek, the driver of the number 74 Chevy Camaro for Lone Wolf Motorsports. Jordan, 9 wins for you this season. You've been scratching and clawing to get to that most wins in a single season record. Tonight you have an opportunity to tie it, and you have an opportunity to win a championship that some of the very best that have ever played this game have won, such as Noco and Slade and D-Nub, Dakota Bruv. What do you think of your chances coming into tonight at Phoenix?
I feel very confident for this race. It's one of my best tracks, and ready to go out there and win.
Your short track game is A-class, that's for sure. You're one of the very best on NASCAR Heat 5, not only for your short tracks, but your road course. You're honestly, you're a threat every week when you go out there for these NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series wins. What do you think that you need to do to keep these other hungry Final Four contenders behind you when the 100 laps are finished?
First off, I'm going to have to work my way up through the field first. That's the main goal, because I failed inspection, but I'm ready to go through. Once I get up there, then I'll see what I can do. But it's gonna be a hard race. It's gonna be a tough race because the other three racers are very fast, and I have a lot of respect for them.
Absolutely, couldn't have said it better myself. Congratulations on getting to the Final Four, and good luck out there tonight.
All right, thank you, Ty.
Moving forward, driver of the number 54 Toyota for Juicy J Motorsports, and that is Aqua Taddy. He is the founder of Giggity Racing League, now known as Sim Racing League, if I'm not mistaken. Kevin, congratulations on getting to the Final Four here for the NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series. You've run in this series for a couple of calendar years now, but you've never quite made it this far in the playoffs. Here you are in the Final Four with a chance to win the championship. 4 wins for you this season. How do you make it 5 and walk away the champion tonight?
I hope and pray everybody else has an issue. Phoenix, it's not one of my strongest tracks. And just like the other two were saying, these other 3 in the finals, they're all fast. So it's going to be a tough challenge trying to get ahead of them. J-Web missed qualifying, so he starts last. But the other two, of course, they qualified in front of me. So going to be an uphill battle, but hopefully we can use some strategy and maybe get to the end and get a title.
Couldn't agree more. How are the Juicy J Motorsports teammates treating you heading into this race? Are you getting any tips and advice, or have they kind of left you alone to go into that Iceman zone that we're known and used to seeing you?
On the oval tracks, I've kind of led the group throughout the season, so they kind of, throughout the season, they want a little bit of help on the oval tracks. Oof is one of the better road course drivers that we have, but I'm just trying to, first season with Juicy J, trying to get him a title, and I think that'd be pretty cool. But they've been pretty good in helping me out, so that they try to work with me as best they can tonight. But this isn't really a very good draft track, so there's not really a whole lot a teammate can do for you here at a track like Phoenix.
Fair enough. We wish you the best of luck here tonight at Phoenix.
Thanks, and good luck to the other guys.
And moving forward, last but certainly not least, Jason Doro, Mucka FRR, driver of the '08 Chevy Camaro, and that is for Brett Baker Racing. First of all, congratulations for getting to the Final Four. FRR CEO and founder, and you do a great job over there with that league. Very organized, very talented drivers in the middle of tryouts on Sunday nights if anybody's interested. And what do you need to do tonight to capture your 4th win of the season and also the championship?
Thanks, Ty. You can't make any mistakes tonight. These other 3 guys are extremely fast, very talented. It's going to do everything I got to finish out front of those guys. Hoping for, long green flag runs and some good racing.
35 starts, 3 wins, 20 top 5s, 29 top 10s, most top 10s of any driver this season. You've been one of the strongest every single week, always a threat for these wins. How's the car feeling here at Phoenix? You don't need to tell me the lap times, but what do you think your chances in terms of speed and maybe strategy out there?
I'm just going to, play it safe like always, try to get my car up in the top 5, and if opportunity presents itself, I'll jump and try to get that W.
There you go. Heard it from Mucka himself. Good luck to you tonight at Phoenix.
Thanks, Ty. And good luck to the other 3.
Awesome stuff, and great sportsmanship by all 4 of these Final Four contenders for the championship. We're letting them know that they can step away to any chat that they wish, and they don't need to stay here for the broadcast if they don't want. And best of luck to all of these 4 drivers going out there to try to make history, folks. Like I said, it is the 4th annual NASCAR MotorMaster Series season, and we're bringing it to you live on NASCAR Heat 5. I have invites from an in-race reporter, Cameron Norton, and we're going to go ahead now and unpause the clock. We're going to back on out of here, and we're going to let these drivers go on out and enter the racetrack. There's 18 of them set to take the starting grid, and we're going to politely ask Cameron to send one more just in case. One more invite. And while Cameron does that, there it is. And while Cameron does that, we're going to throw it over to Alex Tedsdahl, driver of the number 16. Alex, you made the round of 8. You were very close to getting into the Final Four. 2 wins for you this season. How much pressure do you think these Final Four drivers are under, and what do you think that they're going to need to do to go out there to win?
Well, if it's anything like the pressure I've got for the truck race tomorrow, it's a lot. So, and honestly, I think this is going to take a win to win this championship for these guys.
I really agree with you, yeah, because honestly, as much as the drivers that didn't make the Final Four are strong, in the first 35 races, the Final Four drivers combined for 26 wins. You heard it right, folks. A staggering 26 wins combined between the Final Four drivers in 35 races coming into this championship race. And throw it over to Cameron Norton, driver of the number 3 truck. Cameron, you were eliminated in the round of 12. You've shown good speed all season long. There's been a few occasions where you've been up there and had a chance to win one of these races. Oh, excuse me, not number 3 truck, rather, but the number 1 Chevy Camaro, getting my 2 series mixed up after hearing Alex talk about it. And but you've had strong runs all season long. You've had a chance to win these races on Mondays. What do you need to do to find a victory lane tonight and steal the show from the Final Four?
Just be up there in contention, just be fast and everything. We just took the green flag. We're just going to go out here and do what we do best, and that's showcase our talents and race all.
And we're already 4 wide here for the backstretch.
Sounds exciting. I'm on my way, folks, and we're going to bring the fans live coverage of the 2021 NASCAR MotorMaster Series Championship race here tonight on NASCAR Heat 5, live from Phoenix Raceway. And we can't wait, folks. They've already started to rock and roll around this 1-mile oval, and they're going to get it done here tonight in the desert. We're going to find out who's going to hoist the trophy at the end of the night. Is going to be the driver of the 10, Matt Smith, the driver of the 74, Jordan Dorosek, the driver of the 54, Kevin Tattersall, or the driver of the 08, Jason Doro. Keep your eye on those 4 drivers, and keep your eye on a couple of the drivers entering to try to steal the show here from them, such as Jesse Carlson, Aaron Garcia in the 20 and the 98. They're up there in the top 5. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 car. It's his best track, maybe. And we're green, folks, stage 1. It's a 22-lap stage to start the race. It's a 100-lap race in total. These drivers turning, I believe, about 23, 24-second lap times. We can quickly throw it down to Cameron Norton to find out information like that. Cameron, what are the lap times looking like?
They're running around 26 to 28-second laps.
Okay, perfect. And these Xfinity cars, absolutely. The Xfinity cars on the preset sliders, getting good speed out of them here. You'll see these drivers using the dog leg all race long, and the cautions are on in this race, so if there's a restart, expect maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 wide to decide who the champion is this year. So far, they're chasing Matt Smith, the driver of the number 10 Chevy Camaro. Keep your eye as well on the 74 of Jordan Dorsek. He started at the tail of the field. You heard him in the pre-race interviews. Failed tech inspection, but he's now out there and logging good lap times. He's already up inside the top 10. We have a crash between the 20. The 20 of Jesse Carlson went for a spin. One other car was involved, but I believe we're still green here at Phoenix. We are. It's exactly what Matt Smith and the 10 wanted to see, because he's got a comfortable lead over the rest of the field. He's really opened it up over the drivers running second on back. Aaron Garcia in the 98 runs in second. Jason Doro, one of the final 4 contenders, runs in third. Jackson Stotts in the number 6 car right there. You see him just behind the 08. He's scored in the 4th position. And another Championship 4 contender, Kevin Tattersall, runs in 5th. Checking in on him. Qualified up there in the top 5, still running in the top 5. He actually just found the inside wall a little bit, going into what is now turn 3. And coming back to the start-finish line. He still has the 5th position, but he's got the 44 car to his outside now, and that is Nick DonFrancesco, and it's great to see him back in a NASCAR MotorMaster Series race. He ran the first about 18, 20 races. I would have to double-check that, and he came so close to winning so many different races here this season. Was held winless, but he's got MotorMaster Series wins in his career. Looking to get another one here, but he's back in the 44 car rather than driving the 6. The 6 now being driven by Jackson Stotts, who was up in the top 5. There you see Jackson. And if you've been tuning into the MotorMaster Series season, you might have seen him win the Martinsville race last week. Stealing the show from the round of 8 drivers. Some drivers were trying to lock their way into this Championship 4 race, and a non-playoff driver, Jackson Stotts, took the number 6 Camaro and parked it in victory lane in Martinsville. It was one heck of a race. Matt Smith leading. Comfortable lead. It's early, though. Some of these drivers, will be making adjustments on pit road periodically throughout this race. Might make their cars a little better, and they might have something for the driver of the 10 as the run goes along. Time will tell. And if Matt Smith can win the championship here tonight, it would be the 3rd year in a row that Bruv Motorsports has won the NASCAR MotorMaster Series championship with 3 different drivers, folks. Dakota Bruv in 2019, Noco just last year in 2020 on NASCAR Heat 4, and this year Matt Smith in the 10. Strong team there for the MotorMaster Series, and one of the final 4 contenders beginning to work his way forward. There's a few of them doing that, but one of them is Jason Doro in the 08 car. He just took the 2nd position away from Aaron Garcia in the number 98 Ford Mustang. Jackson Stotts in the 6th, running in 4th, just behind both of those drivers. You can see him creeping into the picture every now and then. And then it's Jordan Dorsek in the 74 car, who started 18th in this race. There you see him. All the way up now into the 5th position, Kevin Tattersall, the other Final 4 contender, running in 6th. And although it's been a bit of a rough start for Jesse Carlson in the 20, we should mention that he has broken a record here today at Phoenix. 11 pulls here in the 2021 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season. That is a new record for the most pull awards in a single season, passing Cody Giles, Fluffy, who held the record for a couple of years, 2 years rather. 2 years held that record with 10 pole awards in a single season. So congratulations to Jesse Carlson, the driver of the number 20 Toyota Supra for Juicy J Motorsports. Good battle for 3rd and 4th. Two non-playoff drivers. Jackson Stotts in the 6 car is going to take the 3rd position away from Aaron Garcia. Looks like Aaron has a strong short run car, but as the laps click on, it kind of looks like the 98 Ford Mustang loses a bit of grip and maybe needs to burp the throttle a little more coming out of these turns that he wants to, and it's allowing Jackson Stotts to challenge him for the 3rd position, and it allowed Jason Doro in the 08 Chevy Camaro to make a pass for 2nd just about a handful of laps ago. We'll quickly throw it down to one of our in-race reporters, Cameron Norton, the driver of the number 1 Chevy Camaro. Cameron, how many laps remaining in stage 1? How's the car feeling, buddy?
There's 7 laps to go, and the car's feeling a little bit tight. All in all, I think we got some great speed, so we'll just keep working on it. We might be able to get into the top 5.
Absolutely, a lot of laps remaining, and I think that a lot of these drivers will be making adjustments on pit road to find a bit more grip and speed out of these Xfinity cars on the preset sliders on NASCAR Heat 5. We'll quickly throw it over to Alex Tesdahl, driver of the number 16 car. Alex, 2 wins for you this season. Both of them were on short tracks, but you said that Phoenix is kind of your kryptonite when it comes to short tracks. Are you finding any speed out there so far?
The car feels okay. Might be able to make some adjustments to get it maybe 6th to 8th place car, but we'll see.
Fair enough. Keep on plugging away here. You're up there on the lead lap still and in the top 15. 18 cars started this race. We're now under 5 laps remaining in stage 1. And remember, folks, the final 4 drivers do not receive stage points. The top 5 receive stage points, but if a final 4 driver gets a spot in the top 5, they're not given any points. It simply will be the driver who gets the best finish in this race amongst those championship contenders that'll be crowned your 2021 champion. For example, Matt Smith will not take 5 points out of stage 1, and no driver from outside of the playoff bubble will be bumped up to that position. If any non-playoff driver claims a top 5, they'll get the points that that position awards. Checking in on the progress of Jordan Dorosek, the driver of the 74 here. One of the JCR drivers. Running strong here. Up there in the top 5, running in the 4th position, right behind Jackson Stotts in the 6 car. And what's amazing about this is they've only been running for about 19 laps under green flag, and he's worked his way from 18th all the way up into the 4th position. Strong 74 car, 9 wins for him this season. If he were to win tonight, he would tie the record for the most wins in a single season, held by Noko, and as of now, held by Matt Smith as well. They both have 10 wins apiece. Noko last year and Flash 9, Matt Smith this year. And they would all hold that record together if Jordan can pull it off here tonight at Phoenix. And he's got a good car, showing it off early in stage 1, solidly up there in 4th. Checking in on Kevin Tattersall. Running in the 6th position, just got passed by Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 car just a moment ago, so put Josh up into 5th. Kevin driving for Juicy J Motorsports, 4 wins for him this year. It's been a strong year for him. 12 top 5s, 20 top 10s, 7 stage wins. It's been in the discussion many times for a lot of the victories that a lot of the races that he's claimed the top 5 finish in. Stage 1 is in the history books. Stage 1 winner is going to be Matt Smith, the driver of the number 10 Chevy Camaro for Bruv Motorsports. And second in the stage, Jason Doro, the driver of the 08 Chevy Camaro. They were all right there, really close to each other though, so we're going to throw it down to Alex Tesdahl to get the top 5 from stage 1.
Flash 9, Mucka, Lil Baba, J-Well, Landshark.
All right, folks, and this is where the drivers will have an opportunity to make some adjustments to these cars. First pit stops of the race for these drivers. They're getting about, let me see here, they're getting about 36 laps on fuel, but I think that they're getting less than that on the tires. So in the final stage, if it goes green the entire distance for the final stage, we will see some green flag pit stops, but they were good there for stage 1, and the green flag has been shown for stage 2. We've been caution-free since the beginning of the race. We only saw one minor incident, and it involved the number 20 car. Every driver, I believe, is on the lead lap. 18 cars are thundering around this racetrack here in the desert in Phoenix. Ooh, contact there for the 54. Kevin Tattersall up into the outside wall just a little bit as they were going into what is now turns 1 and 2. He's still soldiering on out of there. No major damage done to the race car. He scored in the 6th position. It's Matt Smith, Jason Doro, Aaron Garcia, the top 3, but now they're 3 wide for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. There was minor contact there between the 98 and the 74. It was not intentional. They were just kind of jammed up there for a moment, and now they're 4 wide going into what's now turn 1. Pardon me. And this is wild action here at Phoenix. So many different lines you can use here to make a pass, but it's kind of what makes it difficult to pass. You can get a good run up on the outside and keep a car stuck down on the bottom of you. You can try to slide job it. And they can do the Earnhardt crossover move. We've seen a little bit of it all here in the NASCAR races over the years at Phoenix, and it's kind of strung out a little bit. And Matt Smith is the race leader in the 10. Championship contenders, all 4 of them running in the top 4. There's Kevin Tattersall running in 4th. Just in front of him, Jordan Dorsek in the black number 74 Chevy Camaro. You can see him in the frame every now and then from certain camera angles. And there's Josh Cole-Diaz in the red number 7 Chevy Camaro, trying to spoil the party a little bit here for the final 4 drivers. And amongst all of the non-playoff drivers trying to come in and get the win, I feel like it's Josh Cole-Diaz in the 7, maybe Aaron Garcia in the 98, Nick Francesco in the 44. They have strong cars that are maybe capable of going up there and getting a win here today. Cameron Norton as well in the 1 car has worked his way now inside the top 10, so a lot of these drivers still have high hopes to go out on a high note here at the end of the 2021 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season. Battle for second heating up between 2 final 4 championship contenders. Jordan Dorsek in the 74 has found the back bumper of Jason Doro in the 08 car. We're now in stage 2, and it's taken Jordan Dorsek all this time to work himself up into the 3rd position, to put himself into position to take the lead maybe from Matt Smith in the 10. Nobody's really challenged the 10 car too much here in the early going. To the bottom he goes, looking for P2, and he's going to take it. That little bit of contact was made, but I don't think that it was the fault of the 74. Kind of looked like the 08 wanted to take a lower line through that turn, and maybe expecting the 74 to go a little lower as well. They both soldier out of there. Jordan Dorsek is going to take the 2nd position away, and he's going to try to drive away a little bit. Opens it up by a car length there, but the draft is a little bit strong here to the point where if you have a fast car that's within the realm of the car in front of you, you can stay with them if you can hit your marks and be smooth as they come out of turn 2 over there. They both got a little bit of a wiggle there. Good battle here. Trey Hollywood in the 8 car trying to hold off Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61. And Trenton Krentz in the blue and white number 36 Chevy Camaro there. 2-time NASCAR world champion from Gran Turismo Sport. Going to the inside, using the dog leg to his advantage, and it's rumble strips in the number 66 Toyota right there with them. Dave Marks Jr. in the 51 was with this group just a couple of laps ago, but has fallen out of this group. And now we're watching a good battle between Jesse Carlson, Alex Tesdahl, Brett Baker, Jason Armstrong. Ray Hollywood in the 8 car left the group he was just in to come and join this one, and now there's 5-6 cars right here using 3 different lines through turns 1 and 2 to try to get the track position. 3 wide coming out of that turn. Brett Baker in the 21 lifted. Thought better of the entire situation. Jesse Carlson in the 20 stayed in it, and around goes Cameron Norton right in front of a number of cars, and there's a small crash over. There's a small crash coming into turn 4. The first and only caution of the race for an on-track incident comes here in stage 2. And Cameron Norton in the 1 spun out there. We'll throw it down to one of our in-race reporters, Cameron Norton, to ask him, what happened there, buddy?
Do not go too far down below the apron. I kind of pushed it too much.
Yeah, noted. Some tracks are worse than others, and this one will reach out and bite you at times too. First caution of the race here in the 2021 NASCAR MotorMaster Series Championship, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 5, live broadcasted from the NASCAR Series Racing YouTube channel. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the action so far. Matt Smith, your race leader. Coming to the restart zone. We'll get an update on the number of laps left in stage 2 in a moment from Alex Tesdall. The green flag has been shown.
5 to go.
I knew it wasn't many. Whoa, contact made there. The 44, Nick Don Francesco, went up and found the outside wall. He hangs on to it, but he's going to lose a number of positions. Josh Colm Diaz is going to escape with the race lead, but there's still some contact in the mid-pack area. There are 4 wide coming out of this turn. 4 laps to go in stage 2. Josh Colm Diaz had the race lead up until just a moment ago. Now he's getting...
8 around!
Oh! And there's a crash over here. The 8 car of Trey Hollywood was involved. Heavy damage. He's still going again, but I believe that we're green somehow still here at Phoenix. Everybody still on the lead lap, but a little bit of damage to about 3 or 4 of the cars deeper in the field. Jesse Carlson in the 20 included. I think Josh gambled on the pit stops. I think that he may have taken 2 tires only, and now he's paying the price for it. He's way up high. He's going to let Jason Doro and Aaron Garcia, Jackson Stotts, all of those cars are going to go by, and Josh Colm Diaz now goes back to the 6th position for the time being. And it's on. The battle for the lead between the 2 favorites, folks. The 2 favorites, the heavy hitters coming into tonight's race to win the championship. Matt Smith, 10 wins this season. Jordan Dorsek, 9 wins this season. They run 1-2 with Jason Doro, another Final Four contender, running in 3rd with 3 wins this season. And they're in the final laps of stage 2. Action all over this racetrack. Kevin Tattersall just drifted up into the side of Cameron Norton a little bit, trying to get the position there. Kevin is running the deepest in the field amongst all the Final Four contenders. He's trying desperately to get some track position before the end of this stage, but he's running out of time in stage 2. In fact, it's over. Stage 2 is in the history books as they come flying across the start-finish line, back up from the dogleg and back onto the racetrack. Always looks wild when that happens, but stage 2 is going to go to Matt Smith in the 10. A flawless start to the championship race for Matt Smith, the driver from Bruv Motorsports. We'll throw it down to the in-race reporter Alex Tesdall to get the top 5 from stage 2.
Flash 9, J-Well, Mucka, Little Baba, and Landshark.
And we'll throw it over to Cameron Norton, driver of the 1. How's the car feeling? What position are you in? What's the vibe like out there in this championship race?
It feels good. We're running 11th. We're still making adjustments. The car is getting a little bit better, but I don't think we don't have a top 5 car. I mean, we'll probably fight for a top 10, but you never know. We'll see what happens here in the final stage. It's championship time, baby.
Absolutely it is. The final stage of the season, folks. It's been a grind. 36 races, and it all comes to an end tonight. The green flag is in the air. Flying into turn 1 they go. Matt Smith is the leader with Jordan Dorsek and Jason Doro. Final 4 contenders right there with them. Now they're coming out of turn 2. 3 wide behind them. Non-playoff contenders going for those positions. Aaron Garcia, Josh Colm Diaz, 4th and 5th. They're the closest battles to the front. And to the inside goes Jordan Dorsek in the 74. He was looking for the lead a moment ago on Matt Smith. Thought better of it. Matt took the lane away that he wanted. Here comes Jason Doro in the 08 with a big move down to the bottom in turn 1. Had to lift to avoid contact with the 74. That stacked up the 7 and the 98 behind him just a little bit, but they all still soldier on. The 7 went really low going into turn 3, nearly made contact with the inside wall. He held on to it, didn't lose any positions from it. They're all chasing Matt Smith. Time is running out. If they've got anything for him, they got to show it pretty soon here, because if the trend continues here for tonight's championship race, he gets the lead, he gets single file, and then he seems to drive away. The 74 trying to change that. He's right there in his tire tracks as they come across the start-finish line. How many laps to go, Cameron Norton?
50 to go.
Long ways for these drivers. We will see green flag pit stops if the entire race stays green. To the bottom for second goes Jason Doro in the 08 Chevy Camaro for Brett Baker Racing, and he's going to take that second position away. Looking pretty racy here in the final stage, and that's a good time to be looking at your fastest. There's Kevin Tattersall, still in the top 10 on the lead lap. Not very much damage to the Toyota. He's just kind of mired in traffic, and he's having a tough time getting back up towards the front. He's the deepest Final Four driver in this race at the moment, but there could be some strategy involved. He might be trying to take care of the tires. Known as the Iceman here in NASCAR, 4 wins this season, always puts himself in a position to win at the end. He seems to always be there at the finish line. Very impressed with Jason Doro, FRR, Front Row Racing League CEO up there in second. Sorry, I was getting distracted there. There's battles all over this racetrack. I saw contact nearly made between the 7 and the 98. That's still an ongoing battle for 4th and 5th. I swear that's been going on since the drop of the green flag for the final stage. The speed the 08 is showing, he's able to stay right there with the 10 of Matt Smith. Kind of looks like some of these drivers may be trying to take care of their tires a little bit. The 74, Jordan Dorsek, was looking really racy a bit ago, but now he's kind of backed down his entry into these turns. And finally, Aaron Garcia, I was going to say clears the 7 of Josh Cole Diaz, but the classic Earnhardt crossover move applied by the 7 car. And he's still there. He's got a nose to the inside there, the quarter panel of the 98. Now he doesn't. Aaron Garcia is going to clear him and take the 4th position away. Nick Donfrancesco in the 44, right there with these drivers. He's the one running in 6th. You can see him popping into the frame every now and then. There's good battles all over this racetrack. Cameron Norton in the 1, runs in 7th, trying to keep Jackson Stotts in the 6 car right behind him in 8th. Kevin Tattersall 9th, and Jesse Carlson, the pole sitter, rounds out the top 10. Behind Jesse, it's Jason Armstrong in the 12. Running in 11th, Trenton Krentz, the world champion, running in 13th. From Gran Turismo Sport, Brett Baker in the 21. In 14th, just to give you a bit of an idea on where some of your favorite drivers are running here in this championship race. You've been watching all season long. You've been seeing them battle for these wins week after week on MotorMaster Mondays, and it all comes to an end here tonight when we crowned a champion. Checking in again on the race, the battle for the lead here, and it kind of looks like Matt Smith has driven away from the 74 in the 08. The battle for second has settled down just a little bit, but when it was over, Matt Smith in the 10 had driven away by about, kind of looks like 12, 13 car lengths at this point, but instead of Jason Doro being the driver scored in the second position, it's now Jordan Dorsek in the 74. Scored in P2. Jason Doro not too far behind him, running a lower line there through 3 and 4 in the 08 Chevy Camaro. Still in third, but now he's being challenged by Aaron Garcia in the number 98 Ford Mustang. He goes up to the outside. And I mean way up to the outside. He might have even scraped the wall a little bit up there. And that's going to cost him a bit of a run coming out of turn 2 over there. And now coming into turn 3 back towards the start-finish line. He's going to have to try again if he's going to take the 3rd position away. Meanwhile, Kevin Tattersall slowly, methodically working his way through the field. I believe he's now scored in the 7th position. Jason Armstrong in the 12, behind him in 8. Cameron Norton in the 1. Blue Orioles car. Oh no, and he was right there in 9th, and I saw it, and Cameron got loose over there in turns 1 and 2, and he ended up going down pit road, but he didn't mean to. Cameron, at this point, I think you take service and hope it cycles through.
I was getting bumped and revved, and then the 20 tried getting into me, so we're going to try some strategy now.
I guess so, yeah. Cameron Norton on pit road. He's got to hope that this stays green for the rest of the race, or he's going to get stuck 1 lap down, or maybe even 2 laps down if the caution comes out. And we can also let you know that Dave Marks Jr. is off the race track and done for the day. There you see him in the number 51 Chevy Camaro for Bruv Motorsports. Don't know what happened to him there, but that's a tough break for a driver that's been in the series for a few years now. Matt Smith, Jordan Dorsek, Aaron Garcia, Jason Doro, Josh Colm-Diaz, your top 5. The 10, the 74, and the 08 are still up there in the top 4. The final 4 contenders very much alive for this championship. The only one running a little bit deep down the leaderboard is Kevin Tattersall in the 54, but he has worked his way up into the 6th position now, with some of these other drivers having problems just a couple of laps ago. Jason Armstrong in the 12, right behind him. In 7th, Jackson Stotts in the 6th car scored an 8th. There you see him having a good run. Won the Martinsville race last week to steal the show away from the round of 8 playoff drivers. Oh, he had a problem there going into that turn. Might have found the inside wall right when we show him for the broadcast and for the viewers, because he's got a lot of fans that like to watch and tune in for his races. He's got a popular YouTube channel, and yeah, that's a heartbreaker. He was up there in the top 10 having a good run until that. Well, folks, it's become a bit of a tradition here for MotorMaster Mondays. We're going to do a good old-fashioned crank it up. We'd like to thank all the viewers who have been tuning in for the 2021 NASCAR MotorMaster Series Championship race hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 5. Kick back and relax, crack a cold can of soda, and enjoy the show and enjoy the sound of these NASCAR Xfinity cars on the preset sliders right here on NASCAR Heat 5 by turning the volume up and riding along with your favorite drivers. go ahead and crank it down, folks. We don't want to blow anybody's eardrum when I start talking. Lord knows I speak loud enough during these broadcasts. And we're going to bring you back to full commentary here for the 2021 NASCAR MotorMaster Series Championship race, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 5. And we'd like to thank 704 NASCAR Heat Games for wishing the Final Four drivers the best of luck here tonight and wishing them a fun championship race, and thanking them as well for their efforts in creating the NASCAR games that we know and love and like to host league races on. So thank you to everyone out there that is tuning in, and thank you to NASCAR Heat as well. And this is what the battle for the lead and the battle for the championship looks like here between Matt Smith and the 10, Jordan Dorsek and the 74. Two of the very, very best here on the NASCAR Heat games. They know their way around, that's for sure. And you might have seen Matt Smith and the 10 racing in the Winter Heat Series races. I believe that Jordan Dorsek made a couple of starts as well. You saw yours truly, Timac 11, make the start there at the Indy Roval, and I had a lot of assistance there with my setup from Jordan Dorsek and the 74 car, so thanking him for that. Two of the very best, and we're watching a good showdown for the championship between them. Jason Doro in the 08 car scored in the 3rd position, not too far behind these drivers. And then you have Kevin Tattersall in the 54 running in 4th. And to pit road goes Jordan Dorsek in the 74 driver from Lone Wolf Motorsports, looking to win his first NASCAR championship. Comes to pit road, surrenders 2nd place. Kevin Tattersall in the 54 for Juicy J Motorsports. Another Final Four championship contender is going to do the same. And it begins, folks. Scheduled green flag pit stops here in the final stage for the championship event have begun. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is on pit road as well in the 61 car. And you see him, and you just saw Josh Colm Diaz leaving pit road, one of the higher running non-playoff drivers at the moment. Brett Baker, the 2021 NASCAR Daytona 500 winner for the Platinum Cup Series, not too long ago either, just a couple of months ago, leaving pit road after getting service. Trenton Krentz in the 36 car, 2-time NASCAR World Champion from Gran Turismo Sport, wins sport mode races daily over there. Just came off pit road after getting scheduled service as well. Trey Hollywood in the 8 car, short pit a long time ago. Jesse Carlson in the 20, Jason Armstrong in the 12, Jackson Stotts in the 6. They're all on pit road, as well as Matt Smith in the 10 and Jason Doro in the 08. Final 4 contenders, 2 of them sitting right there on pit road. You see them, and there goes the 10. Matt Smith, a black and lime green car. We've seen it parked in victory lane so many times this season, 10 times in fact. 12 NASCAR MotorMaster Series wins in his career, 10 this season, and 1 more. He would set the new record for the most wins in a single season, and he would also be crowned the 2021 champion. And the funny thing is, he would be the 3rd driver in the 3rd consecutive year for the NASCAR MotorMaster Series to not only win the championship, but also to set the new record for the most wins. 3rd year in a row that would happen if Matt Smith were to go out there and win this championship. Happened with Dakota Bruff in 2019, happened with Noco last year on Heat 4 in 2020, and it could happen here again in 2021. But as you see, Jordan Dorsek was able to beat the 10 out of pit road. So when this all cycles through, I believe it's going to be the 74 car that's leading the race. We're going to throw it down to DM race reporter Cameron Norton to find out who the race leader is and how many laps remaining.
We're about to pass. I think the leader's going to either be the 74 or the for Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Who's the leader now?
I can't tell you. I'm still the leader.
All right then, thank you. Perfect. I'm throwing it to Alex from now on. Perfect. Jordan Dorsek takes the lead through the dog leg, and Matt Smith in hot pursuit. They both just went around Cameron Norton in the 1. Rumble Strips in the 66 was able to stay out there and lead a lap and get a little bit of camera time in that Toyota. Aaron Garcia in the 98 scored in the 3rd position. He's about, 16 car lengths behind this battle for the lead. Matt Smith goes to the inside of Jordan Dorsek, and they're going to slug it out here for the 2021 championship. It's been a war between the two all season long. They combined for 19 wins. It's been the Matt Smith, Jordan Dorosek show for the most part, with some flurries from Kevin Tattersall, Jason Doro, Jesse Carlson, Alex Tesdall, and others. And Matt Smith hanging tough on the inside, but Jordan Dorosek getting a good run out of these turns on the top. Matt had to get in line, didn't have the run or the grip to stay alongside him. He's going to try again. He's running a lot lower of a line there heading into turn one, what is now turn one. They go down the back straightaway now. Tucks in right behind him. And I'll tell you, any debris that was on the grill of the 10 car is gone now, folks. He was right there on the back bumper of the 74. They crossed the start-finish line again. Jordan taking a much lower approach through the dog leg in the 74 car. Drifts up higher, heading into one. That might have opened the door for Matt Smith in the 10. A little bit of contact was made, and to the lead goes the 10 car. Matt Smith, the new leader. Jordan Dorosek settles back in line into second. Aaron Garcia still scored in third in the 98 machine, and then it's Jason Doro in the 08 running in fourth, but he is quite the ways back from this battle for the lead. It's Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 car, scored in the 5th position, and then it's Kevin Tattersall in the 54, running in 6th. We'll throw it over to Alex Tesdall, driver of the 16. How many laps remaining?
16.
We're getting down there, aren't we? They're clicking off quick, these laps. We just saw Cameron Norton. He's off sequence. He just went back to pit road for service. Some of these drivers might need to do the same, but I don't know. We'll throw it over to Alex for this one as well, just simply because he's on this strategy. Do you think anyone's going to be close on the tires and fuel?
Fuel is good. Tires might be close.
Like how close? Nail-biting close, for real, or?
Well, I made my last stop with about 4%. It's about the same amount of time to the end. So.
Ooh. Yeah, this is going to be interesting, folks. So if the 74 or the 10 push too hard, they could blow a tire, and Jason Doro or Kevin Tattersall, they might be close enough to pounce and get the championship. It's going to come down possibly to who's got the tires good to go to the end. I think that the 10 pit one lap later than the 74, and that might be giving him the advantage that you're seeing on the racetrack right now, because he's starting to open up a little bit of a gap over the 74 of Jordan Dorosek. It's not much, but it's enough where the draft is not going to help the 74 too much anymore. And you might want to push the panic button at some point soon. We have about 12 laps remaining here in the championship race. Round 36 of the 2021 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 5. 18 drivers entered the championship race here tonight. 2 lapped cars battling pretty hard right in front of the leader. They get single file now. It was Rumble Strips in the 66 taking the position away from Trey Hollywood in the 8. I believe the Rumble Strips came to pit road much later than Trey did, and the tire advantage goes to the 66 car between those two. And now the 8 car is going to respectfully let the leaders go by. It looks like Rumble Strips in the 66 is going to do the same. And I'm pretty sure they'll do the same as well for the 74 once he gets there. A couple car lengths back from those 2 cars is Jordan Dorosek. What a battle, it's been since the drop of the green flag. It's a 100-lap race. Drivers had their work cut out for them. Good battle here, and this is for 3rd and 4th. Aaron Garcia in the 98, I believe that he's on slightly older tires, and he got a little loose coming out of turn 2, came down into the side of Jason Doro. Jason was able to hold on to it. They both did a good job at holding on to it, and Doro's going to take that 3rd position away. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 car runs in 5th. He's drawing closer because of those 2 battling side by side, and so is Kevin Tattersall in the 54. The final 4 contenders running 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 6th at this time. And they're all kind of within striking distance to pounce if one of these top 2 cannot make it the entire distance on the tires that they have. going to be a nail-biter.
21 wrecked. And you got a yellow.
We have a caution. The 6 car of Jackson Stotts, the 21 car of Brett Baker, they both crashed. Teammates of Brett Baker Racing, and it's going to draw a caution. The second caution of the race for an on-track incident. And this changes everything. This is huge. These drivers all have an opportunity now. Kevin Tattersall in the 54 will be right there with these drivers. Jason Doro in the 08, he'll be right there with them as well. How many laps to go, Alex?
I already confirmed my stop. I'll let you know when we take the green. It's probably going to be like 3 or 4.
3? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
This is going to be insane. And we're getting a report that Jackson Stotts lost control right in front of Brett Baker. Brett had nowhere to go, ran into him, and that drew a caution. Only the second one all race long for an on-track incident, but man, get ready for some fireworks. This is it. 36 races all season long, 4 months. It all comes down to this. The green flag has been shown. The championship is on the line. 4 laps to go. Matt Smith, the leader. Jordan in second. Jason Doro third.
Oh, we got another wreck.
We do. Jesse Carlson lost control right in front of a few cars. The 44.
Another yellow. We're going overtime.
The 44, the 12, the 6, the 20. They were all involved in that one, and I believe it was triggered by Jesse Carlson losing control and spinning right in front of a couple of cars. And we have the third caution of the race, and we're going to rack them up double file again. And we can also update you on Cameron Norton, the driver of the 1. He's parked motionless on the racetrack, or on pit road rather, and done for the day here tonight at Phoenix. His season will not end on a high note, and we're going to watch this battle all the way to the end, folks. I was just... Yeah, overtime is right here, and man, there's a lot on the line. We're going to have a restart with 2 laps to go. Does anybody have enough time or enough car, enough speed to get to Matt Smith in the 10, and if they do they have what it takes to complete the pass on him? The top 3 spots are going to be made up of Final 4 contenders on this restart.
If there is a pass, I don't think it's going to be a clean one.
Well, we'll find out. We will find out. Here we go. What could be the final restart of the season. The green flag is in the air. 2 laps to go. The top 3 are Final 4 contenders. Kevin Tattersall scored in 6th. They're all right there. They completed the lap clean, and they're going to come to the white flag here. I believe the next lap will end the race. The top 3 all bounced off the wall through 3 and 4. Jordan Dorsek in the 74 pulls to the outside of Matt Smith. Can he do it? He's going to get the run. He's going to go to the bottom. He's got the preferred lane going into turns 3 and 4. Kevin Tattersall trying to take 4th from Aaron Garcia. 1 turn left. Contact made. Up the hill goes Matt Smith in the 10. Contact made with the wall.
Bucko got it.
What?
Yeah.
And a parking lot at the start-finish line, and we're hearing that it's Jason Doro that won the championship. A wild crash coming to the start-finish line. Contact made between the 74 and the 10. Up the hill went the 10 and into the outside wall. Cars got collected in behind it. And somehow coming to the line, Jason Doro in the 08 Chevy Camaro picks up the win, 4th win of the season, and wins the championship. Pictures of the results, Alex?
Yeah, I got him. Yeah, Flash ended up 11th. He got destroyed.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe it. What a race. What a season. What a finish. What did we just witness? We saw a clean green race all race long, and then at the very end, 2 quick cautions in a row for some short restarts with a lot on the line. Changed the complexion of this race entirely. And Jason Doro in the 08 Mucka FRR, the FRR CEO, Front Row Racing League, Left Turn Broadcasting, he's going to win the championship. A wild, chaotic drag race to the line that was 2, 3, and 4 wide for most of the rows, and Mucka wins the championship. Post-race interviews coming up in just a moment.
What a finish.
Whew, and we are going to begin the post-race interviews from the 2021 NASCAR MotorMaster Series Championship race at Phoenix. We have a number of cars still on the racetrack for the next race here that's not actually going to happen, but we're going to watch here to the end and watch Matt Smith celebrate in the 10 car. He's going to do a burnout. I believe he's going to do a burnout. Oh, maybe not. Let the post-race interviews begin. We're going to start with Kevin Tattersall. If somebody can invite Brett Baker to the chat as well, please and thank you. He is the team owner for Mucka, who won the championship here tonight. And we're going to start with Kevin Tattersall, driver the number 54 Toyota for Juicy J Motorsports. Kevin, you finished in second. We saw a wild couple of restarts there at the end. What exactly did you see? How did it all unfold from your perspective?
Man, I'm going to be honest, it was just crazy, that final overtime restart. I restarted in 6, so I knew I was going to have to do something right out the gate. I took the 98 and the 7, 3 wide in the middle, and I was trying to get to the outside of Mucka, trying to, battle for third in case the 10 and the 74 made some contact to be there, and the 7 go back underneath me, so I lost some momentum. But yeah, it looked like entering that first corner, or that last corner, the 74 just went in a little hard, made a little contact with the 10. The 10 drifted up. It looked like the 10 caught the wall because of it, but because it looked like respect on JWoww, and it looked like he didn't want to win that way, so I think he just let off the gas and let it be decided between me and Mucka. And then Mucka crossed the line first, so kudos to Mucka. Congratulations, and that was crazy. It had to have been exciting from the broadcast end.
Oh my goodness, you have no idea. Like, I feel like I'm about to have a stroke any second here. I can't believe what I just witnessed. I can't believe who the champion is and how far he had to dig to get it. Kevin, you were so close to getting it. Is there anything you could have done differently within those last 2 restarts or before that for you to win this championship?
Well, I mean, I think me and Mucka were side by side coming off that corner. I think had the 7 lifted and let us battle it out a little bit, I probably would have been on the outside of Mucka and had a better run. But those guys are out there; they're allowed to go out there and try to get a win too. And had Mucka made a mistake, the 7 might have been the race winner, and I might have won the title. So, no, I didn't really have the car to be up there. I don't deserve second place. That late caution, it really put a crink in everybody's plans. I know JWoww and Flash, it should have been decided by those two. They were the top of the class all night. But things happen. That's racing. And again, congratulations to Mucka.
Couldn't have said it better myself, and congratulations to you too on a great run here tonight. You're going to end up finishing second in the final standings for the 2021 MotorMaster Series.
I appreciate it, man.
And we're going to jump over to the driver of the number 74, and that is Jordan Dorosek, driver of the 74 Chevy Camaro for Lone Wolf Motorsports. Solid season all year long for you. 9 wins, Final 4 contender, one of the favorites to win every single time you brought that 74 Camaro out to the racetrack. Sum up your race for us. Tell us what happened on that final restart, and tell us how the race unfolded from your perspective.
First off, I want to apologize to Flash. It shouldn't have. I got loose going in the corner, and I tried saving it from hitting the inside wall. So I counter steered up the track and it got on the gas a little too early. more of a desperation mode, and I thought he was a little further up the track than I thought. I ended up hitting his door, but I hit him, and I was like, I'm not going to win a championship this way, so I just got on the inside, hit the brake a little bit, and let them decide who was going to win. But yeah, I feel Flash is the real champion. If the caution would have came out, I mean, he was taken off from me. He had the fresher tires, and I just hate how it ended that way. But I'm happy for Mucka. He got his first championship from NOSSCAR, and wish it would have been a different way, but it is what it is, and everybody had a solid season, and yeah, that's all I gotta say.
A lot of the very best drivers on the NASCAR Heat games, like yourself, use the MotorMaster series kind of as a stepping stone, come in, run a season or two, and then move on to maybe a Cup series elsewhere, iRacing, whatever it may be. Do we expect you back next year?
If I'm invited, yeah, I'll join. I don't know if I could run full time due to other plans, but I'll try to run as much as I could. It just put a bad taste in my mouth how it ended this way. I mean, there's a lot of hype going up into this championship race, a lot of big names, and yeah, I just hate how it ended.
Completely understandable. I've been in situations such as this myself, but it's racing. It is what it is. There was no malicious intent by any of the moves that happened late in the race on the restarts. Everyone was just kind of going for it. There was a lot on the line, so it was all understandable, and it was all very crazy and exciting to watch from up here in the booth as well. I can only imagine how it was behind the wheel of that race car. Congratulations on a successful season all season long. 9 wins, as I mentioned, and 3rd in the final standings.
All right, thank you, Ty.
And moving forward here, before we speak to our champion and the team owner of the champion, we're going to interview Matt Smith, the driver of the number 10 Chevy Camaro. And a lot of the viewers and the fans out there arguably thinking that and saying that he maybe should be the champion, regular season champion, of course, with 10 wins, strong season all year long, dominated the Phoenix race. Take us through those last laps and those couple of restarts. What happened from your perspective? Tell us how the car was feeling.
I mean, the car was great. I was in position, exactly where I wanted to be. Just trying to tune out all the noise, was just trying to focus, and it was crazy. We were low fuel, 4 fresh tires, high braking zones. Was just trying to hold a solid line, and Jay Wow and I have had some great battles all season long. I don't blame him, for diving it in there, but I mean, any contact at that angle for the outside car, it's very hard to continue in the path that you're trying to go, and the car just went straight to the wall. And congrats to Mucka. He's a good friend of mine, and puts on a great league at FRR, and has really welcomed me into that family, and I'm really happy for him. And he's had a great season, and there's a lot of great races and battles throughout the year. And I will keep my frustrations off the broadcast and just take it elsewhere. But great season by everybody, and thanks, Ty, for doing the broadcast for us every single week, and we'll see everyone down the road.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Congratulations on a successful season. As I mentioned, 10 wins for you in the 2021 MotorMaster Series season. Already 5 wins for you in the Platinum Cup Series on Fridays, and we're only 15 races deep into that season. So all around, we all know and have seen in several different leagues, FRR, NASCAR, Valor, many different leagues, how truly talented and gifted you are, and I know that you're going to bounce back stronger than ever from this. Congratulations on a successful season, and I'm sorry that it wasn't your night, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Moving forward, not only to victory lane, but to championship victory lane, I cannot believe it. I think that there's a lot of stunned people, including maybe the champion himself, and it's Mucka FRR, Jason Doro, the FRR CEO of Front Row Racing League, parking in a victory lane here at Phoenix tonight and winning the 2021 NASCAR MotorMaster Series Championship on NASCAR Heat 5. I said it at the top of the broadcast and throughout the race. A lot of the very best of the best have won this championship. Slade Gravitt in 2018, Dakota Bruv 2019, Noko in 2020. This year, it's no different. One of the very best has done it again. All four of you were very deserving contenders for this championship, but this year, it's Jason Doro. How happy are you? Take us through those final laps, and what did you see? What unfolded?
First of all, wow. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be here at this position, getting this W, this championship. Flash 9 and JWoww were definitely the class of the field. Those guys are the real champions here. I knew it was going to be when that yellow flag came out at the end of the stage with like 8 laps to go. I knew that was my shot. I just had to stay clean, stay smart. Hopefully those guys took tires like I did, and put myself in the position and go for the win, and that's what I did. And I just feel bad because Flash 9 and JWoww were definitely 1,000 times faster than me tonight, and they're really deserving on this championship. K-Taddy as well. I know he was fighting in the field there for a while. All 4 guys, I love losing to those guys every week. I'll put it to that way. The great guys. Special thanks to you, Ty, for putting this on, broadcasting every race. I'm stunned. I'm dumbfounded that I'm sitting here in victory lane.
I think a lot of us are, man. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. Like I said, all 4 of you is very deserving contenders for this, and just so happy because I know how much effort and hard work and time you put in to league racing. You host Front Row Racing, and you compete here full-time in NASCAR in 2 different series, MotorMaster Series and Platinum Cup Series, so you know the challenges in and out of not only racing in a league, but hosting a league as well. It seemed like all race long in this Phoenix race, you were just a tenth or 2 slower than the top 2 drivers, Matt Smith and Jordan Dorsek. Top 5 all race long. You qualified 3rd. Is there anything you could have done differently to have the same pace that they had to maybe, I don't know, capitalize more throughout the stages and the race?
I've raced those guys long enough, and I've raced them plenty of times here at Phoenix. I know what they bring to the track, and I think they know what I bring to the track. They bring the speed, I bring the consistency, so sometimes the consistency pays off.
What was your strategy and game plan coming into this race? I didn't want to ask too much questions about strategy before the race began and the pre-race interviews, but now that it's all over, what was your game plan heading into this one?
Pit when Flash pits. That was pretty much it. When I seen that 10 car go in, I was going in regardless. I knew that guy was fast. I wanted to stay as close as I could to him. And, just try to stay on his pit schedule.
You just won the very first championship for Brett Baker Racing on a NASCAR Heat game. It was only done before on a NASCAR 15 game for him. He's in here waiting to be interviewed after you. What does that mean to you? And is there anybody that you would like to give a shout out to that maybe was watching you race tonight?
Shout out to Brett. Thanks for having me this season. Didn't know much about each other going into this season. I knew he ran the 21, and anytime I saw that car on the track, I was out there to give him a hand if I could. Bring me back next year. I'll try to get another championship for you, buddy.
Hey, you're guaranteed a spot now.
He was always guaranteed a spot, I think. Guaranteed a spot here in NASCAR. Congratulations, Jason. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we move forward?
No, I'm still in shock. I feel bad, more bad for Flash and JWoww because they really were the class of the field. But what they say is rubbing is racing, and you put yourself in the position to take it, and I'll take it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I completely agree. Congratulations. Go ahead and take it. You are the 2021 NASCAR MotorMaster Series champion.
Thanks, Ty.
And I couldn't agree more.
On the championship.
Thank you.
I couldn't agree more, to be honest, with what he just said either. One of the hardest things about being a league owner and hosting these races is dealing with the disappointment that you see your buddies and your friends going through sometimes. You see the highs, but you see the lows too. As he mentioned, Matt Smith, Jordan Dorsek, arguably the two to beat here all race long, and I'm friends with both of them, good friends, so it's hard to keep my composure here and go on with the post-race show, and I do feel bad when I see these drivers disappointed at the end of a long, challenging season. Happy for the drivers that win these races in the championship, but also I do feel bad at times as well. Hardest part about running these league races. We're going to quickly throw it down to Brett Baker. Normally drives the number 21 Chevy Camaro. He owns Brett Baker Racing. He is a former NOSSCAR champion back on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition on the PlayStation 3 console. Brett, you got to win this season. You got to win in trucks as well, and you're the Daytona 500 winner for the Platinum Cup Series in 2021. It's been a successful season for you as a driver, but also as a team owner. Talk about how Jason Doro just won this championship for you.
Well, first I want to mention that JWoww and Flash 9, they were the top two drivers to beat in this race, not taken away from the other two title contenders, even Mucka. But I want to point out that yellow, Jackson Stotts got loose right in front of me and hit the wall, and I had nowhere to go, and that's what happened with that yellow. There was no plan to bring out a yellow whatsoever with that. We were wanting to race it clean all the way to the finish, but back to the whole season, I can't thank my drivers enough for being smart and having fun and just having a good time racing in NOSSCAR. We got ourselves a win. Jackson Stotts got a win. Mucka just won, his fourth race now this season and brought home a championship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in utter disbelief and in shock as well that happened for us. And as a team overall, it's a whole team win. It's not just one driver win, it's a whole team win.
You got your Cup team ready for 2022. We've already begun the plans for that, and you're geared up and ready to go for a 2022 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series team. As I mentioned earlier, you won the Daytona 500. You're locked into the playoffs this year on Fridays. How excited are you about that?
I'm excited about that. We still want to go out and compete for wins, but we know now that we just need to make starts to keep that locked spot for the playoffs. And hopefully my drivers and MotorMaster get wins as well in Platinum Cup, so that way they can lock themselves in as well.
Congratulations once again, and go celebrate with your driver.
I will.
And we'll quickly throw it down to one of our in-race reporters, Alex Tesdahl, the driver of the 16. Alex, sum up the race from your perspective. How did it go out there?
Well, we were a mid-pack runner most of the race and tried to give the Final Four room, even though I really didn't see most of the entire race, except for the 54 a few times. But, yeah, finish off the season with the top 10. I'll take that, and congratulations to Mucka on that championship. I didn't expect it, so what a win, buddy. And, yeah, great season, heck of a race.
Phenomenal season, one heck of a race is right. Congratulations on a strong run to cap it all off.
Thanks.
Quickly throwing it over to the second in-race reporter, Cameron Norton, the driver of the one Chevy Camaro. Cameron, engine failure, unfortunately, for you in the season finale, but a strong season overall for you. You made the playoffs. You got eliminated there in the round of 12, but overall a good season for you. Sum up your championship race here tonight.
I just want to say congrats to Mucka and Brett. Y'all put on a good program. JCR, Flash, congrats. Y'all did awesome this season. I tried to keep up with you guys, and I just was one step behind. But next year it's going to be fun racing with you guys if y'all do decide to come back and race. The one car this season was good. We got a couple poles, which is good. It just knows that we were fast. I mean, there's some tracks that are out there that we've been close to winning. But hopefully we can make some friends next season and not have any more engine failures.
Absolutely, and congratulations on a successful season. Thanks a bunch to you and to Alex Tesdahl for being such great in-race reporters for, I'd say, about the last third of the season, or last half of the season. You guys were excellent.
No problem. Thank you, Tyler, for putting on this NOSSCAR series. We're getting recognized a whole lot more. this is the man to do it. If anyone's watching, get involved. You know, figure out ways to represent us. We're just building a community. We're a family. He does a great job, everybody, and I just want to say thank you, Tyler, for everything you do. And thanks for letting me drive the one car this season. Can't wait to be back in it next year.
Hey man, the honor and the pleasure is all mine. It's a lot of fun to sit down and watch your buddies, your friends go out there and race for these wins and the top fives and all of these championships. We host races on Gran Turismo Sport, NASCAR Heat 5, iRacing, and we've been on over 12 other video games that we're currently not on. So we've been doing this a long time and on a lot of different platforms. We were established in June of 2017. Since then, we've been rocking and rolling, folks. The goal is to showcase the talents of all respectful sim racers out there, good, humble people that are just looking to show off their talent, meet some new friends, make a racing family, and have some fun. We would like to take this time to thank everybody who has been tuning in all season long for the 2021 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series Championship season, hosted right here on NASCAR Heat 5. It's been a blast. Thank you to 704 NASCAR Heat for tuning in and checking out the championship race and giving our final four contenders a good luck wish and letting everyone know to have a fun championship race. And thank you to the final four contenders for making this an exciting battle all the way down to the wire. Congratulations to Jason Doro. Congratulations to Brett Baker Racing. And we will see you in 2022.